What's up, everybody, and welcome to my TNA Bound for Glory 2015 review, live from Charlotte, North Carolina tonight. And a lot of really big things happened on the show tonight. People were doubting TNA about the Bound for Glory pay-per-view was going to be on there, but it was pretty much a really stacked card, I'll say that, a very stacked card for Bound for Glory. And when I saw the show, I was really impressed with what I saw on there tonight, because it was a full house. There wasn't really a lot of empty seats this time, so I don't know why people thought, like, I know it's been some other shows that have been in the past saying that, oh, the crowds have been empty, they haven't drew a lot, but looking through around the arena and seeing it on TV and stuff, it looked like a huge crowd. I'll say that, a very huge crowd for Impact. And when they kicked it off, both Josh Matthews and the Pope were on commentary. I was very surprised I didn't see Mike TNA on commentary like he was on Slammiversary, but they say he lives in Florida and everything. I guess he doesn't travel all the time, but I really would rather like to hear Mike TNA on commentary also. And pretty much the show kicked off with the X Division title on the line and a Ultimate X match. Tigre Uno versus Andrew Everett, newcomer, versus, I think he's from Gulf or something. Great talent that was in there tonight. Versus DJZ versus Manic for the X Division Championship. And really good way to start the show, especially these guys. The X Division, I know it's a spot fest and everything, but the crowd just went nuts and just started doing hella TNA chants, TNA chant, TNA. And it was a really good show. That Andrew Everett really impressed me, though. I'll say that. Like, he's really good, and I hope they keep him around, because that guy was just flying all over the place. But Tigre Uno did win the match, the Ultimate X match. Kind of suffered a shoulder injury, but then for some reason Gregory Helms walked out, Shane Hurricane Helms, and he walked up to Tigre Uno and stood behind him, and then he just stood in the ring with him and held his hand up. And I guess the crowd was somewhat, he got like a mild reaction, but I think the people were kind of surprised that, yes, he works as an agent in the back for TNA, Helms, but, you know, he's from North Carolina. I thought we got a bigger pop, and just held his hand up. So maybe Helms will be returning to the ring to get a title shot. We'll have to see how that goes, if he does. EC3 walked to the ring, pretty much boasted about him being the world champion, and talked about Galloway and Hardy, because Hardy said, yeah, he fights for his family and everything, but he's going to lose tonight, both of them. He says, we're in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? And he said, let's hear it, woo! And he dropped the mic then. Next was the Bound for Glory Gauntlet Battle Royale match. Pretty much what happened throughout that match, it was a Royal Rumble style like thing, and whoever wins gets a title shot. First was Mr. Anderson, who did his Mr. Anderson thing. Next was Jesse Goddard. Eli Drake was next to come in. Al Snow got a really great pop when he came out, so Al Snow pretty much came with the head, hitting people with the head and everything, so that was enjoyable. I'll say that. People are surprised that Al Snow still, right? Al Snow is jacked. Let's say that. Al Snow is very jacked for a man his age. The dude just looks like Diesel. Like, I didn't know Al Snow was that big. Like, the man takes care of himself. So, Al Snow is like fucking jacked to the gills, really. Next was Aiden O'Shea, some kind of Irish dude, kind of a brawler and everything from Southside Chicago, where I'm from. So, they did that. Next was Robbie E. He was the next entrant. Eli Drake was eliminated by Al Snow with the head. They still popped for it. Mahabali Shaiba went in next and pretty much doing the dance. He got everybody to do this dance, and I think, yeah, the Impact Zone loved it, but I guess they didn't, and O'Shea was probably wanting to break it up. But he got eliminated by Sheer, and then 8th entrant was Tyrus. Next was Chris Melendez. Tyrus started eliminating people from Shayda to Melendez and Al Snow. Tommy Dreamer came out then, which was surprising. He got a huge pop. ECW, and he was wearing like Dusty Rhodes colors in a way also. So he did a lot of Dusty Rhodes move style. So the polka dot. So Dreamer got a big ECW chant. Next was Abyss, who took out Robbie E, and then he squared off with Tyrus, but the Pope D'Angelo De Niro returned to the ring. De Niro got in the ring. Pope was ready. He got a big pop, was ready to fight, but once he looked at Tyrus and Abyss, he just immediately jumped out of the ring. I really wanted to see the Pope. He got like a goop, but I rather saw him in the ring. Because I was like, why isn't D'Angelo De Niro in the ring? I like him on commentary, but why isn't D'Angelo De Niro in the ring? And then after that, I think Robbie E was eliminated. Then no, Abyss was taking out Tyrus. So Tyrus took him out. Then Robbie E was eliminated, and it was pretty much Dreamer after that. Then pretty much Goddard, Tyrus, and Anderson left. Pretty much Goddard got eliminated by Anderson with the mic check, and then it was a one-on-one thing with both Mr. Anderson and Tyrus hit the ICU punch on Anderson to get the title shot. And then when he won, they asked him, it was a very long match. Christy Hemme pretty much asked him, who do you want to face of the, this whole gold thing? And EC3 came out and said, yeah, we're gonna win the tag team titles. And Tyrus says, I took a lot of bullets for you and stuff. And I don't want the tag titles. I don't want the X Division title. I want the King of the Mountain title. I don't even want the women's title. I want the World Heavyweight Championship, he says. And I guess EC3 was just stunned and left in the ring like, what's going to happen? The Battle Royale was long. It was okay. It got a couple nice ovations here and there. Gonna have to excuse the loud noise for some reason why there's hollering outside. But, I don't know. You gotta watch it live nowadays. But the Wolves winning against Brian Myers and Trevor Lee for the TNA Tag Team Championships. Even though I don't know how they got a title shot after the whole Team GFW thing just lost. But it was a great match. A little slow. A little slow at first, I'll say that. But the match picked up, and it was really usually a great tag team match, like usual. So the last spot with the kick to the thing with the brainbuster suplex was awesome, and pretty much the Wolves retained tag team championships. I'm not mad at that. The Wolves and those guys usually the Wolves always put on a great match. I don't really like to doubt the Wolves. They always put on a great match. Galloway cut a promo talking about what he's done in his career, and he wants the World Championship, and he says he's willing to kill himself for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And, you know, I gotta say, Galloway's come a long way to be a main eventer now. Before, he was just doing stupid shit on WWE, being part of 3MB and going nowhere and everything. Yeah, he was the chosen one in WWE and was like undefeated, but then he just went to job status, and then he was 3MB or in TNA. He's like a damn main eventer. You can take the guy seriously about standing up for professional wrestling. Bobby Roode winning against Lashley for the King of the Mountain title. Great match. Really great match. One of the best matches of the night. Almost was match of the night in a way. But the only problem is, I guess people don't really give a fuck about that King of the Mountain title, because it doesn't really mean that much anyways as it is. So they don't care about that belt. It's the King of the Mountain Championship. Who cares? They still put on a great match. And Roode picked up the win with the Roode bomb and shook Bobby Lashley's hand right after. But I just don't think people care about this title. Like both talents, but don't care about the belt. Matt Hardy talked about his life, his emotional roller coaster. I was born 100 miles away in Cameron, North Carolina, and he said he's got everybody out here. He's got his brother Jeff, his son, his wife, his father, and he said he will become the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. So it was a good promo for him. Billy Corgan came out to introduce Earl Hebner, who got his Hall of Fame induction last night. You know, going to TNA Hall of Fame, and they had like referee T-shirts as pretty much Earl Hebner was out the referee anyway since Billy Corgan inducted him. Gail Kim went against Awesome Kong for the TNA Knockouts Championship, which was another great match. Decent enough. Like, we've seen Gail Kim and Awesome Kong go at it many times in the past, and they put on some very phenomenal matches for both women. This one was okay. Like, it wasn't bad, but someone could have been better. But I think the people were pleased with the finish of her getting the roll up, hitting the eat the feet, and the roll up on Kong. Even her husband Robert, everybody tried to get involved for some reason, but you know, Kong and Gail Kim put on a great match. Like, it's better than what we're seeing on the main roster in the WWE Divas division. NXT won't cut really anything again. I won't go against NXT of what they've done, because they usually put on great women's matches. But the Knockouts usually put on great women's matches also, between Kong and Gail Kim. Better than the main roster of the WWE. Kurt Angle making his return, going against Eric Young. As Eric Young says, I am God. I will end your career forever, he says. I broke your neck and stuff. But Angle says, yes, we know you could end my career. It could be you. But that's why this is not going to be a regular wrestling match, Kurt Angle says. It's going to be no disqualification match for him and Eric Young. And as they fought against each other, Eric Young hit that power drive and Kurt Angle hurt his neck, and the doctors came out. So it was Simon Diamond or something. And they carried Kurt Angle to the back, but EY beat the living hell out of all the EMTs and the doctor and started going at Kurt Angle and almost pretty much hit Kurt Angle in the head with a steel chair shot to the head. But I guess Kurt blocked with his hands. But they didn't know what they were gonna do. But Kurt was fighting back, and pretty much they put on a great match. I'll say that. He pretty much came back in German suplexes and stuff, and people were saying this is awesome. But I guess he went for another power drive at Eric Young, but Kurt Angle was hitting angle slams, and then he hit another ankle lock as the crowd went nuts then until Eric Young actually tapped out. And yeah, this was about Kurt Angle's neck throughout this whole match, but it was a great match. I don't know why people don't call UI main eventer now. I feel like he has been a main eventer than being a mid-carder anymore. So Eric Young and Kurt Angle pretty much almost had another match tonight nearly right now also. I enjoyed the match. Kurt Angle coming back, he got a big pop. People were excited to see Kurt. And I liked it when they said, use the shield, because somebody had a Captain America costume on. They showed video packages for the main event as the World Heavyweight Championship was on the line. EC3 versus Drew Galloway versus Matt Hardy for the World Championship. Jeff Hardy is the special guest referee. And this was another great match. I'll say that. A little clunky here and there, but when it came to whatever, and it was no DQ. I don't know why Tyrus was sent to the back, and somebody was chanting holy shit when EC3 hit the steel steps. But when it came, I guess, to the end, the finish, I guess, well, if it is a no DQ anyways, EC3 got a chair and was going to hit Matt Hardy, but he kept hitting Galloway in them, and he looked at Jeff and he said, Jeff told him not to do it, but he slapped Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy was pissed, hit EC3 with the chair, twisted faded him. Galloway got that kick on him, and Matt hit the twisted fade and hit the pin and became the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, it's very skeptical thoughts on this, to why EC3 was not the one pin. Yes, he was still technically undefeated, he just lost the title. Galloway getting the pin was very surprising, because I think people wanted Drew Galloway to win. Some say TNA wanted to go pretty much with a feel-good moment. I'm not really mad that Matt Hardy won the championship, though. Like, I don't know, Matt Hardy's championship, I think we need to give at least a chance, but we shit all over the whole fact. I think Drew Galloway should be champion. Yeah, they could have kept going with EC3, but this was in Matt Hardy's hometown, and his entire family was out there. And then EC3 was in the piss, and he was looking at John Garbick and Dixie, and pretty much pushed the John Garbick dude over the table in the back, as Matt, Jeff, their father, and Ruby Sky and his wife, I guess his son, celebrated in the ring. I just found that Galloway was pinned by Matt, which is very surprisingly. Like, if I had to grade this pay-per-view, I give it a B, maybe B. I'm not like some people try to give it a D and F, but those are just fucking haters. Like, some people go to C plus between a B almost. Like, I probably go to B minus/B. And they had some great matches tonight, and it's been a while since they've done pay-per-view, and the crowd was lively, and I know people just like to shit on TNA just to shit on it nowadays just because it's like, oh, it's almost over, it's over. I don't know. And Dixie Carter's big announcement wasn't that much for Monday, just some about India tours. But I did enjoy the pay-per-view. It was a really great pay-per-view. I wish I would have done live reactions, but I had problems setting up the computer for it, and there was a lot of technical difficulties. But it was a really good pay-per-view. I give it a B. Almost great, pretty much also. So I think TNA really did put on a great show Sunday night. Because I would have done an MSG review. I don't know if I'm still going to do that. I thought the MSG thing was It was like in a way. Like, it was good, but it wasn't that good at the same time. So MSG was MSG, and I'm not mad at it. Like, there was some things, but like a lot of it was predictable. And I don't know, crowd was like whatever, and he wanted Sasha Banks, and we know what's gonna happen with Big Show and Brock and stuff. But that's another video for another time. But TNA Bound for Glory 2015, really great pay-per-view. I recommend watching it if you haven't watched it. So go check it out. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.